Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Sandra Tarot. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. This is your September 2023 monthly reading. We'll be using the Energy and Spirit Oracle by Sandra and Taylor. I'll list that in the description box down below. We'll be using my for against outcome spread. So energy working for you, energy working against you, in other words, resistance, and your outcome. As you can see, we have plenty of outcome cards. So there is quite a bit going on, a lot of payoff for the month. But before we get into that, I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple astrology notes and things worth mentioning for the month. And I do have timestamps in the description box down below. If you want to fast forward towards the reading, please feel free to do that now. Okay, so September. September is a very busy month, very chaotic month. We are transitioning from Virgo into Libra. We have the fall solstice, so happy Mabon to all my fellow witches. We also have several retrograde planets. Tons of them, actually. We're averaging about 6 or 7 planets at any given time right now. Because you have Chiron, you have Mercury, you have Pluto, you have Neptune, you have Saturn, you have Venus. You have all these planets in retrograde, and Venus does go direct during the month, but then Saturn goes retrograde. So we're not gaining much of anything when it comes to the a number of planets coming in and out of retrograde. We're staying fairly steady in that regard, but with a lot of planets being retrograde, a lot of things being slowed down, dug up, put in your face for you to address. So big karmic cycles can be closed down. That's just how the astrology is. And the minor astrology, besides the retrograde planets, are all over the place. So things are very chaotic, can be volatile during this time. So for your confusion, it's excused. And of course, we are finishing the tail end of our last eclipse season, because that energy lasts for 6 months. Next month we start eclipse season again. So new eclipse season, new things to tackle, new things to address for the next 6 months. So consider this your final surmounting of that energy and closing things down. This is a prep time, this is a go time, this is a very big ending month. Big completion. So things that get completed permanently. It's dead, done, over with, and has a big payout. With that said, let's get into your reading. And for those of you that are now rejoining me, having skipped through my little astrology bit, we're going to go ahead and get started with this, with your four energy that's working for you, the positive side, as you will. We have Ascended Masters, devoted spirits with specific intentions. Confusion, many choices, uncertainty. Wisdom of the Magi, mental clarity. Now this is pretty straightforward. This is pretty simple. So with all the astrology being all over us, getting prepped to go back into eclipse season again, this is the time where your spirit team, your guides, your ancestors, your angels are helping you. You're getting a big assist, and it's because of all the chaotic energy. It's because of all the retrograde planets. Everything is messy. It's confusing. It's all up and down and all over the place. Things are so muddied and hard to decipher at this time that their assistance is literally there to help you clarify, to see things better, to see things clearer. It's so you get those aha moments, so you get the right idea, so you take that right option, so you get redirected in the right location. They are your rudder for the month. They are there to steer you to where you need to go. So yes, please, by all means, pay attention to your dreams, signs, synchronicities, any voices that you hear, things that you get told. These might be more important, more prevalent for your own usage than you know. So heed that knowledge, heed that guidance when you get it. You're getting it for a reason. Don't ignore it. Also, please note that grounding might be beneficial to you, just as your own extra practice, because the energy can be a little hard to decipher. Getting still and taking the time to clear all the white noise, the mental static that you have in your head, will help you navigate better. Also, if you're having trouble connecting to your spirit team, that is something that you can improve. So please be mindful of that. Okay, we're going to jump into our resistance position, the energy that's working against us. We have beneath the surface, hidden truths, something unknown. Elementals, nature spirits, the four elements. Phase entanglement, emotional influence. Okay, with the energy being the way it is, yes, things are confusing. Things are causing our emotional state to be all over the place for the month. And anytime your emotions are out of whack, sometimes you miss things. It's just kind of the way it goes. Now, part of the astrology, especially the retrogrades, do help you to reveal things that you've buried deep down. At the same time, there's other placements that are going to help you in that area, but also other ones that are going to hinder you. So when you're confused and you can't see clearly, you're not listening to your guides, you're having issue maintaining and establishing that connection, the things that are trying to come to light, that have been below the surface, that have been hidden, that need to be addressed, you might miss it. Hence why your spirit team is trying so hard to have you be clear-headed, to be able to be open to receive the information that you need to have those aha moments. It's because of what they reveal. Those are important. And unfortunately, the energy is literally making it hard for you to decipher those. That is the cause of your resistance. It's the nature of the beast, as it were. And because of that, and you add in your own emotional state, which can be all over the place. Sometimes you're really high on your emotion, and sometimes they're crashing low. So, giving that yo-yo effect, you might be really hard-pressed to sort it all out by yourself. So when you get that help from your spirit team, pay attention to it. Literally listen to it. And even actively seek it out. I would highly recommend actively seeking it out. Okay, that was the easy breezy parts. Was the first two sections. We have a lot to cover in our outcome. As you can see with our number of cards, we have achievement, completion, reward. Up from the depths, releasing difficulty. Archangel Raziel, wisdom, inspiration, Akashic records. Relaxation, peaceful pursuits, happy times. Creation, soul expression, something new. Kinship, community, your group. Conscious steps, considered action, looking forward. Sensitivity and strength, tapping the forces within. Emotional desert, inactivity, isolation. Family tree, expansion, legacy. And the Archangel Raziel, we have self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness. And our last card, we have the Healing Heart. Love, acceptance, romance. All right, there's quite a few here. We actually have a dozen cards for your outcome. All right. And for those of you that didn't skip my astrology portion, I did mention that this is a time for things to be closed down, for things to end, to be dead, done, and over with permanently. A lot of you are completing karmic cycles. You're addressing karmic energy. So big chapters of your life are coming to a close. And with that, not only do they have their own natural reward if you're transitioning timelines, you get a natural reward for the goal that you've been striving towards. But when it comes to a karmic completion, you get an extra reward. You get that boost, that kickback from that. So karmic rewards are, yes, very prevalent for a lot of you in the work you've been doing. Closing down and completing those cycles, getting rid of negative karma, and opening up that new chapter does have a payoff. And some of those are going to be really nice. In fact, one of them is actually right here. Love and romance. Some of us are closing down cycles that allow us to find our soulmates. And this has been coming for quite some time. I myself have noticed quite a few people are maybe not dating their soulmate or marrying their soulmate, but are meeting their soulmate for the first time. This has been, happening quite a few weeks before Mercury, or before Venus went retrograde, and I've seen it even throughout Venus retrograde. I know a lot of people will tell you that, Venus retrograde, bad time to start early relationships, to avoid starting relationships. Because a lot of relationships that show up are ones that you've already had. They're karmic ex-partners trying to come back. Well, no, Mercury retrograde can also be soulmates from previous lives that come back in this life and you meet. And that's what I've been seeing. I've noticed several of my friends this year, especially, but even closer to Venus going retrograde, of them pairing up. I've seen it constantly. It's all over the place. And that is one of the rewards that you can be receiving at this time. And this is also one of the influxes, just naturally with the way the astrology is, for you to achieve. Is meeting that soulmate, having that love. And yes, potentially starting that relationship. Or for those of you that are dealing with karmic wounding, you are learning to love yourself. But this is fantastic for an outcome. There's quite a lot here, but a lot of us are releasing difficult emotions, releasing difficult wounds from past trauma, especially past relationships, with Venus having been in retrograde, because we're looking at old relationships, platonic and romantic both, and we're clearing out all that energy. We're dealing with it. Difficult chapter is coming to a close, and with that, yes, karmic payouts. We're changing timelines. We're gaining quite a lot. And the new chapter that we're starting is a happier one. It's an easier one. So instead of having another difficult chapter, instead of having to tackle another karmic cycle quite yet, this new one is more lighthearted. We can enjoy it more. We can express ourselves more. We can have more fun. We have more freedom. So there's more joy to be had. and our next cycle. And it's all because we've struggled and we've seen through to the end of the previous one, which was not easy. So that in itself is a reward. For completing the cycle, you get an easier cycle the next time. You gotta love how that sometimes works. And in this new cycle, and even one of the things that you could have been attracting, since we're attracting people, and that's not always romantically, a lot of us are meeting soul tribe members. We're being authentic and being true to ourselves, and we're attracting those people we need. Now, for some of us, that is very well for new endeavors in this new cycle. We're going to kick off and start attracting people that are going to help us with our goals. Those little puzzle pieces of people that are going to help us connect to the right things. But a majority, we're finding soul tribe members. We're finding the time to now get out and enjoy ourselves with their soul tribe members. We're rekindling those bonds. We're enjoying those bonds. And because we're entering into a more light-hearted state, an easier time, we're enjoying that. We are exploring the possibilities and, yes, looking forward to it. We're enjoying it. We're enjoying the good thing while it lasts. Let's put it that way, which is fantastic. At the same time, we're being empowered. Empowered with what we've achieved, what we've accomplished, and the fact that we can take a deep breath and have an easier go at it. So we might have received a little bit of a self-esteem boost with this. Or for those of us that, yes, are meeting soulmates, we've received a glow up. Our inner beauty is shining more. Or at least that's what most people refer to as is a glow up. We're flexing more. Whichever word you guys prefer. I know that's going to be probably a generational thing, so we'll throw both of those out there. So enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts. Very much. Be in the present moment and have fun for the new chapter. Take that big deep breath and let all the tension go. Be more lighthearted. Get out there and enjoy yourself very much. Purely because you just left tough times. And leaving tough times means you left tough emotional states, tough emotional difficulties. So all that negativity, you can leave that behind. You don't have to touch that anymore. And not to have that emotional yo-yo effect when things are completed is great. Being more level with your emotions is perfect. You're actually leaving that behind and moving more in towards energy that is more nurturing. Whether that is loving a soulmate, connecting to soul tribe, or loving yourself. Having that self-esteem boost, feeling more empowered inside your own body, inside your own life, realizing that you are more capable than what you previously thought. You might have a moment of realizing that as much as life tries to knock you down, you've succeeded. You've passed that test. You're more of a survivor than you probably gave yourself credit for. And that's a celebratory moment when you get that. So enjoy that while you have it. I mean, don't just write it off and kick it to the side. Realize that. Okay, on that same note, they're wanting me to point out when you go back and look at your difficulties Don't beat yourself up so much. Have compassion for yourself, for the struggles that you went through, especially if you came out the other side of those struggles. There's no point in beating yourself up of, oh, well, I was stupid with this. I should have been so much quicker at realizing this. I should have done this sooner. That is negative self-talk. Shut that down. That is not the energy you want to keep. Show yourself compassion of, okay, I didn't know this. I wasn't aware that this is what I needed. I didn't know that there was an easier way to do this. I didn't realize that I was being more hard on myself than I needed to. I was making the situation more difficult. I didn't realize that the situation was actually simpler than what I thought. So be mindful of what you tell yourself and learn to accept the choices and decisions you make or have made, because you were basing them on your mental and emotional state, your experience at that time, and the knowledge that you had. And of course, those change. In hindsight, you always know more now than what you did when you made the choice. In your emotions, your mental state fluctuates all the time. So, coming through it on the other side, you can be harsher on yourself. Remember to show yourself some compassion. Remember to accept the things you cannot change. Instead, learn to love yourself more. So be kinder to yourself. And look on the bright side. We have so many positive cards here on the table for your outcome. And it is nice because it's a release. It's not just closing down a cycle. It's a release of all the tension, all the emotion, all the stress, all the bad karma. And yes, for some of you, trauma. It's letting that go and being able to let the light in. That's probably, I think, your biggest payout for this month. Is being able to relax and find things you enjoy, and being able to enjoy them in the moment, and even expand that to find more of it, whether that is with friends, with family, with soulmates, just a better, happier, peaceful place inside yourself. And when we have more of a stable, peaceful place inside ourselves, that means we have more ability to explore and utilize our gifts and to find new, exciting things that we like and can enjoy. Because when we feel safe, when humans feel safe, when they're not in survival mode all the time, they find the new. They explore, they create. And yes, they do pair up, they find love, they're able to expand. Abundance is able to come in a lot easier because of it. Whether that is abundance of people, love, money, new hobbies, etc. Abundance is made readily available. So big payoffs and the ability to open yourself more towards the positive, to let the light in. That is what is here for you this month. I like this. I really like this. All right, my lovelies. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you for the month. But we'll do a quick recap for you. Reminder, pay attention to any signs, synchronicities, dreams, any communications that could be from your spirit team, whether that is animals showing up repeatedly, things, angel numbers showing up repeatedly, weird dreams, symbology that you may see repeatedly, Be aware that your lack of clarity and the astrology are taking their toll on you. Remember self-care practices. Remember to try and be as clear as you can. Use meditation, use chakra music, go out and spend time in nature, whatever it is to help you see things clearer, to keep your mental state as healthy as possible. Remember that when you close down karmic cycles, you have big rewards, and they can be many. And when you close things down, when you complete things, you're going to have an easier time, because after a difficult period, we're now getting a time where things are easier, more lighthearted, more carefree, worth it. And for those that are dealing with relationships, if you think your relationships are difficult right now, they're going to be easier if you're in a relationship already. If you were looking for love, don't discount love being on the table just because Venus was in retrograde. No, love is still on the table. And in fact, you can still find soulmates. It is still heavily prevalent. I myself have seen it. It is there. So don't shut your eyes to it, because there might be something hidden that you may miss. All right, my lovelies, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for the month. Let me know whether or not this resonated for you. Give me a big thumbs up if it does. Feel free to drop me a line in the chat section, in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Join my lovelies. If you wanna, don't forget to click the notification bell in the corner for when I upload my videos. That way you get notified every time I do a live stream or a video premieres. Feel free to share this video anywhere online. I truly appreciate those that do. It helps the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your month. Bye.